person was moving. Now this person is stopping. It doesn't.
Right.
It does not appear that this person, this protester, is a fully cooperative person who is coming down hopefully soon off of this statue.
Right, she's looking like she's making the situation worse for herself is what it looks like to me. She looks a little defiant at this point. You can see, though, as I mentioned before, there's the two officers, one in front who was guiding her at one point, and then the one in back. They don't have her handcuffed, but he's got his hold on her as an extra sort of reinforcement to all those harnesses you can see that she's wearing. Again, she's tethered to those lines, so if there was a slip, she would be on a line. Let's remember that. So she is safe, but he does have his arm there, his hand on her waist, tethered there. But yeah, this is just about now encouraging her, telling her basically this is over and we need to come down safely. And it looks like now finally she's agreeing that maybe it's time. So
looks
the
like
hope
she's
is
moving in that direction, doesn't it?
exactly, and right around the corner. I mean, it's really not too far from where she is. I know we have a close-up shot here,
There
but
are some
right
tight
around the
spaces,
corner.
right, Brent? I mean, there was some space underneath the foot, but on other parts, if the camera zooms out at some point, you can see it's a little tighter as they move around, so they have to be careful.
Yeah, exactly. And I did talk to a source, Jim, before the officers actually got up there, and we mentioned that second ladder. I was hearing from a source that it was possible they were going to have an officer go around the other side of the Statue of Liberty to actually get her, because she was just not coming to where they needed her to be, to almost sort of block her in and close off each way of running. But it looks like the advantage for these officers at one point was the actual foot of the Statue of Liberty, which was blocking a way for this protester to get around. So it looks like that's why these two officers went this direction. But you know, this is amazing to see these officers working with someone who does seem to be incredibly defiant to their commands, obviously, and trying to get her down. So the next step is going to get her down that same ladder that you see that one officer standing on right now.
Unfortunately, they're getting closer, Brent, it looks like. What can you tell us, though, about this protester and this group? Because you were making the point earlier, this person wanted to get up there and say, I'm not coming down until all the children are released down on the border due to the president's family separation policy. This person was affiliated with the group. There were some other arrests earlier in the day. What can you tell us?
Yeah, this group is part of Rise and Resist, they call themselves. It's a group that was formed in 2016, direct response to the election. They're New York based. If you look on their website, they say that they, quote, condemn policies that define current government regime, and that they, quote, aim to oust the Trump administration. They showed up to the Statue of Liberty wearing T-shirts that read out "Abolish ICE." There was 8 in all. And then 7 of them were arrested there on the scene, but this 8th protester is the one who went and climbed somewhere. I'm waiting to hear how she actually got up there.
Right.
And the group actually says that they didn't condone that. That was not part of the planned protest. It was done without their knowledge. So the group is really separating themselves from this individual protester. Again, this is something that officers, once she is down and safely and arrested, this is something they're going to talk to her about. How did you get up there?
Right.
Really, because if you remember, someone climbed the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm forgetting the year, but if you remember, someone climbed the Brooklyn Bridge and changed out the American flags that are at the top of the bridge and turned them into white flags. And since then, NYPD has put up these big barriers on either side of the Brooklyn Bridge to prevent that from happening again. So I can imagine after she gets down and has some sort of communication with officers and detectives, that there'll be some sort of safeguards put in place around the Lady Liberty there to prevent this from happening again.
And of course, we understand the connection between immigration and the Statue of Liberty. It is the immigrant statue. Even says so on the National Park Service website. It's been a symbol welcoming immigrants to the United States for decades now. Emma Lazarus's poem, The New Colossus, that's affixed to the Statue of Liberty, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. We understand the connection between immigration and the Statue of Liberty. Lady Liberty, foreign birth, French birth, gift from the nation of France to the United States. We all are very mindful of that, but this person, Phil Mudd, going about it the wrong way, because you're just endangering so many people on the 4th of July. Rescuers who were supposed to be there in the harbor keeping the public safe from other things. And now this person is involved in causing a very high-risk, dangerous situation there on the Statue of Liberty. We've never seen anybody really do something like this, climbing up on the Statue of Liberty that we know of. Obviously, we can go back and search our archives and see if something similar has happened, but we don't recall anything really like this happening.
And I think it's going to turn out to be people who want to gain attention turn out to be monumentally stupid. Look, we go back a week, and if you look at to make this political for